And afternoon, folks. Today is Wednesday, April 10th. It's been a few days, maybe even a week here since I've gotten an episode up for you guys. So apologies for any gaps. I don't think anybody's really on the edge of their seats each morning, checking to see whether or not I've posted a new episode of catching up on the Causeway just yet. When I start getting complaints from the few subscribers that we have that the video is not being posted regularly enough, um, I'll be sure to get on it. I'm sure that the YouTube algorithm would like to see, a more predictable and consistent uh, posting schedule, but life happens. We've been a little sick at home. Been working at home a few days, and so it's just been, hit or miss whether or not I was even going to have a drive under which I could. Do an episode. But headed back home from Mobile now. About to head into the Bankhead here in downtown Mobile. Um, where should we kind of catch up with first? I'll start with a Truvi update. It's been about, I think it's coming up right on 7 days since I submitted that last message over there to them. I think we had discussed a little while back about how they had asked for me to justify some cleaning times um, based on an invoice that we had submitted for some incidental damages and stuff, stains on some towels up in Tuscaloosa, and I kind of dove in a little bit and spoke about um, you know some of the trepidations that we had, um, trying to put times on our cleaners' um, cleaning schedules, just because it can affect status as an independent contractor, and we're certainly not doing any payroll tax withholding or any of that other kind of stuff with our cleaning crews at this point. And so it presents a real problem for us to try to put numbers to um, that type of stuff. So it's been 7 days. I'm gonna follow up with them if I haven't heard from them tomorrow on a status update. I basically kind of laid the hammer on them. I said, look, we've provided third party invoices that y'all need to reimburse us for under the terms uh, that we've agreed to operate under. And I need to talk with somebody else who can approve this. If you don't want to approve it based off of what we've provided up to this point, so they're probably chewing on that a little bit. Um, but this is our first go of this with Truvi. Um, so it needs to go well if they want us to continue to be a partner with them. Um, and I'm not going to operate on the three strike thing with this because there's too much at stake. Um, just can't afford to dicker back and forth um, when legitimate invoices and photo damages uh, are submitted. Let's see. I don't know what's going on here with my camera. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. Um, so anyway, that's where we are with Truvi. Last week we ended up getting our membership finalized with the Perdido Key Chamber of Commerce. So we are active members with them. They had a small monthly fee to be a member in the chamber there. And we've actually got our first kind of meet and greet happy hour next Wednesday over at Lillian's Pizza. That was perfect timing because we were going to be down there in Perdido Key already for spring break. And so going to get to hang out with them, hang out with the family down there all week. And, Lillian's Pizza is 4 minutes away from the house there. So we'll get to go over there, hopefully meet a lot of new faces, especially the ones that kind of run the chamber. But, it is a social hour, a happy hour, I guess, sponsored by somebody. So it'll hopefully be a time to, meet some potential referral partners and all that kind of stuff, kind of get our name known out in the community. The community is what we're looking to get out of that. They had a great, as a member, they obviously create a member profile that gets promoted on their website. And they're doing a great job with SEO stuff because when you search Euphoria Vacations in Google now, um, first page result is our Perdido Key chamber profile page. Um, Curiously, it shows uh, condo sales as our primary service. So I might chat with them next week about if there's anything that we can do to make property management our primary service. Because as a real estate broker, I'm happy to help somebody buy or sell, a vacation home or a short-term rental in the Perdido Key area. But, it's not really, I would rather partner with a realtor who wants to refer their clients to us for property management and let them do all the selling and buying representation. Um, we give exclusive, we we sign non-competes with realtors who refer us management clients, and refer those clients back to them when it comes time to sell. So really don't need to get into competing on that stuff for any reason, this early in the game. Like I said, if somebody shows up one day and says, "Hey, will you um, help us with this?" Provided it's not somebody that has been referred to us, we'll happily help with that. We're probably going to be looking at um, getting into the Pensacola um, area MLS, so that we can, view the comp data and all that kind of stuff. If we ever really get into that in the future, um, I'm already a member of the Mobile Area Association of Realtors. Um, for the stuff that I do here in Mobile and Baldwin County in Alabama. But so yeah, so that's the update on there. We just launched a new cold email marketing campaign with Ventori. That is up and running as of maybe 1 or 2 days ago. We had committed to do a 6 months worth of marketing management with them. So this next email campaign will kind of get us to the end of our 6 month commitment, and we'll kind of talk with them about how things are going, and you know what I need help with, and whether or not spending, just continuing with what we're doing is what we need to stick with, or if we need to kind of change an approach. Um, I did change the copy in the email campaigns already. We got towards the end of the campaign, I started to see a lot of people, clicking unsubscribe and, telling us, hey, leave me alone. We don't rent this unit. And so I've updated the copy to, you know, first email we say, hey, look, we'd love to send you a rental projection because, that's our primary service. Um, and in the next email, we follow up and say, hey, how's that rental projection? And then, PS, if you don't rent, we'd love to talk with you about our, asset management stuff where we'll help you take care of the property when you're away, make sure that it's ready for you when you come. Because look, there's nothing worse than family vacation. You're coming in from out of state, headed down to your second home beach property, and you've got 8 family members coming to see you, throughout the week, and you get there and you find out that your air conditioner's busted, or the hot water heater doesn't work, or you've sprung a leak or something like that. So, um, and also those people don't really want to be fighting traffic and groceries and all that other kind of stuff. So we can help with that as well. So valuable service to both. We can provide valuable services to both owners who use it as a rental or have it for personal use only. We're here to help. And so, like I said, had a bunch of people respond and say, "Hey, quit bothering me about this stupid rental projection. We don't do that." And so, certainly don't want to have poor messaging, um, that doesn't kind of leave the door open for either. The challenge that you have with doing that type of approach in a cold email campaign is, um, it can be confusing sometimes. You open the email. I mean, you've probably got less than 2 seconds to make an impression in a cold email, before somebody's going to glance at this and say, "This is for me," or "No, this is not for me." And so got to catch them on a good day. You can't muddy up the call to action. You want them to say, "Yeah, send me the rental projection," even if it's to get you to leave them alone. You want to make it easy for them to respond favorably. So that's where we are on the cold email stuff. I'm kind of pulling off the causeway here, so I might call that a wrap here for today. Going to be out of town these next, like I said, spring break next week. I'm actually going to Las Vegas for a company retreat on Sunday as well. So it'll be a while before y'all hear from me again, but hopefully, it'll be with some good updates when we talk with you again the next time. Thanks for listening along. Thanks for following along on this journey. You know, it, I wish I had more fun things to tell everybody, but it's just slow going right now, and we're just trying to keep our head down and finding something, even if it's a very small thing, finding little things to do every day. That's the goal, and I'll continue to keep y'all updated on what it is that we're focusing on. Appreciate y'all. Catch you in the next one. See ya.